My child, pause for a moment. What you are hearing right now is not an accident. You didn't stumble onto this message because you were bored, or scrolling, or searching for noise to fill your mind. No, this message was sent to you. It was drawn to your spirit like a magnet, because heaven has something to say that your heart has been waiting to hear for a long time. Deep down, you can feel it, can't you? That strange pull, that quiet tug inside your chest, that sense that this moment means more than the others around it. You don't even know why you paused, why you stayed, why you're still listening. But I do. Because this message has been chasing you long before you pressed play. My child, listen carefully. You didn't arrive here because you were lost. You arrived here because you were led. There are moments in life when heaven interrupts your routine, your exhaustion, your doubts, and your wandering thoughts, not to scare you, not to punish you, but to awaken you. And what you're hearing right now is exactly that, an awakening moment. You have felt a heaviness lately, a spiritual weight pressing on your heart. You've tried to ignore it, distract yourself, or bury it beneath busyness, but it kept resurfacing. Something inside you has been whispering. Something is changing. Something is shifting. Something is coming. And you were right, because you are standing at the threshold of a moment that heaven orchestrated. A moment wrapped in purpose. A moment marked with your name. There are no coincidences in the spiritual world, only alignment. You didn't find this message found you. It found you because you've been fighting battles in silence. It found you because you have been carrying weight no one else sees. It found you because your soul has been quietly crying out for a sign, a word, a direction, a reminder that you are not forgotten, and this right here is that confirmation. Let me speak directly to your heart. You have been walking through a season where everything felt uncertain, unstable, unpredictable. A season where your mind was loud, but your spirit felt quiet. Where you tried to appear strong on the outside while crumbling on the inside. Where you asked questions you didn't dare say out loud. You wondered, why am I going through this? Does God see me? Is anything ever going to change? Am I still on the right path? My child, heaven heard every unspoken question, every silent cry, every tear that dried before anyone noticed. And now I am answering. This message is not entertainment. It is not motivation. It is not a coincidence floating through your feed. It is divine timing, because you just crossed a spiritual line you didn't realize you were walking toward. You just passed a test that wasn't written on paper, a test no one applauded you for, a test no one even knew you were taking, the test of endurance, the test of quiet obedience, the test of patience when everything in you wanted to rush, the test of staying kind when you were hurt, the test of staying soft when life tried to make you hard, the test of holding on when your hands were shaking, and heaven saw it, heaven recorded it, heaven honored it. You didn't fail, you didn't break, you didn't lose, you passed, and that is why this message is in front of you today. Because once a test is passed, the next chapter begins, and God will never let you walk into a new chapter without letting you know that it's time. My child, you have felt stuck, haven't you? You've felt like you were walking but not moving, trying but not progressing, believing but not seeing. And you grew tired not because you were weak, but because the spiritual atmosphere around you was shifting. There are moments in your life when everything becomes still before a breakthrough. Moments when God goes quiet, not because He left, but because He was watching. Because He was measuring your heart, your loyalty, your response, your faithfulness. You didn't know you were being tested, but you were. And you passed. You passed when you didn't react the way the enemy hoped you would. You passed when you chose peace over anger. You passed when you walked away instead of fighting back. You passed when you stayed humble, when pride felt easier. You passed when you held your tongue instead of defending yourself. You passed when you whispered prayers through tears. You passed when you kept believing even when the evidence disappeared. And now it's time. Time for heaven to respond. Time for things to shift. Time for the page to turn. This message is the first sign, the first confirmation, the first announcement of the new thing God is releasing in your life. My child, you are standing at the doorway of a season that will not look like the last one. A season where what was heavy will become light, where what was confusing will become clear, where what was delayed will be delivered, where what was broken will be restored, where what was hidden will be revealed. You have no idea how much has already been prepared for you. How much has already been set in motion? How many things have been aligned while you were crying, resting, doubting, hoping, waiting? This message found you for a reason. And that reason is that everything is about to change. So breathe, be still, and listen, because this is only the beginning. My child, listen closely. Because what I'm about to reveal to you will change the way you look at your entire journey. You thought you were falling apart. You thought life was breaking you down piece by piece. You felt like everything was slipping out of your hands, and no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't keep anything together. But hear me, you were never falling apart, you were being rebuilt. You weren't collapsing. You were being reshaped. You weren't destroyed. You were being developed. You weren't breaking down. You were breaking open. Every moment that felt like the end was actually the beginning of who you were meant to become. Think of a house, my child. Before it can be rebuilt, the old walls must fall. The weak structures must come down. The foundation must shake, not because the house is worthless, but because something stronger is about to be constructed in its place. That's what happened to you. Everything that fell apart fell because it could not hold the weight of your future. God was not tearing you down to ruin you. He was clearing space to rebuild you correctly. You prayed for strength, so God removed what made you weak. You prayed for clarity, so God exposed what was unstable. You prayed for purpose, so God dismantled what distracted you. You prayed for growth, so God broke the ground around your roots. Growth always feels like breaking before it feels like progress. Healing always feels painful before it feels peaceful. Elevation often feels like loss before it feels like victory. That's why you cried. That's why you were confused. That's why you felt alone. Not because God abandoned you, but because God was rebuilding you. You learned strength from the things that tried to weaken you. You learned patience from the things that tried to frustrate you. You learned faith from the things you could not control. You learned endurance from the situations you wanted to escape. You learned self-worth from the people who tried to break you. You did not realize how many times you held yourself together when everything around you was falling apart. You didn't notice how many times you wiped your tears and kept walking anyway. You didn't realize how many nights you whispered silent prayers you weren't even sure heaven heard. But heaven heard every one of them. You didn't collapse in that season. You survived it. And survival is not weakness. Survival is proof that purpose is still alive inside you. If your story was meant to end, it would have ended already. But it didn't. You're still here, still breathing, still fighting battles no one speaks about. And that alone is victory. You think things were falling apart, but God was only pulling apart what was hurting you. People left because they were not assigned to your future. Opportunities closed because they were too small for your calling. Relationships ended because they blocked your growth. Doors shut because they were not meant for you. Everything that left because it could not stay where God is taking you. You felt stripped, empty, alone. But hear this: God never removes without replacing. He never prunes without purpose. He never breaks without rebuilding. The silence you felt was not abandonment. It was the quiet of a surgeon preparing to operate. God was doing delicate work on your soul. He was removing old wounds, healing hidden places, releasing buried fears, strengthening weakened parts. That's why you felt things rise up inside you. Old memories, old insecurities, old emotions. It wasn't regression, it was extraction. God was pulling out what the enemy planted. Your spirit was being upgraded. Your heart was being restored. Your identity was being redefined. You were evolving, becoming, awakening. Awakening feels uncomfortable because awakening requires truth. Awakening requires courage. Awakening requires separation. And truth often appears first in the form of endings. But you did not lose anything God intended to keep in your life. What left because it was no longer aligned with your destiny. You are not the same person you were last year, not even close. Your strength is different. Your spirit is sharper. Your heart is cleaner. Your awareness is deeper. Your identity has shifted. And because you are different, your life must become different. The pressure you felt was not punishment. It was preparation. You were not being destroyed. You were being delivered. Every tear, every prayer, every silent night was building a stronger you. Brick by brick, layer by layer, moment by moment. You didn't grow in peace. You grew in pressure. You didn't grow in comfort. You grew in the fire. You didn't grow through applause. You grew through isolation. You were being rebuilt so that nothing and no one can shake you again. My child, the version of you that is rising now is wiser, deeper, steadier, stronger, and more aligned with heaven. You survived what was meant to destroy you. You endured what others would have surrendered to. You held on when quitting would have been easier. You were never falling apart. You were being rebuilt. And what God rebuilds, He blesses. What God restores, He strengthens. What God rebuilds, He elevates. Your rising begins now, my child. Let me speak directly to the part of you that has been tired for far too long. You have been fighting a battle no one else could see. A battle inside your mind, inside your heart, inside the quiet places of your soul, where no one claps for you, and no one knows how hard you've been trying. You carried this war in silence. You woke up with thoughts that felt heavy. You walked through your days pretending you were fine. You smiled while your heart trembled. You stood strong while your spirit felt weak. And at night, when everything was quiet, you felt the weight of that invisible fight pressing on your chest. But listen to me now. The silent battle you fought is over. You didn't fight alone. You didn't suffer unseen. You didn't cry unnoticed. Heaven was watching you the entire time. There were moments when the pressure felt unbearable. Moments when you held your breath just to make it through the day. Moments when you wiped away tears before anyone could ask what was wrong. Moments when you whispered, "God, I can't do this anymore." But here you are, still standing, still breathing, still fighting, still pushing through, still holding on to faith, even if only by a thread. And heaven says, that was enough, more than enough. You didn't win this battle by being perfect. You won it by refusing to quit. When the enemy attacked your mind, you kept moving. When fear whispered lies, you kept walking. When doubt screamed, you kept praying. When exhaustion set in, you kept surviving. My child, you fought a war that no one applauded. But heaven celebrated every moment you chose not to give up. Every small step you took. Every tear you didn't hide from God. Every time you tried again after feeling defeated. The enemy attacked you in silence because he feared what would happen if you rose in public. He tried to break your spirit quietly because he knew he couldn't stop your calling loudly. He targeted your mind because your future is too big for him to confront face to face. But something happened that the enemy didn't expect. You endured. Every time darkness tried to crush you, you rose again. Every time fear tried to paralyze you, you took a step anyway. Every time despair tried to consume you, you reminded yourself, I'm still here, my child. The intensity of your battle was not a sign of your weakness, it was a sign of your breakthrough. The enemy fights hardest when he knows heaven is about to deliver something powerful. The pressure increases right before the blessing arrives. The attack grows louder right before the shift begins. And the reason your battle was silent was because it was spiritual. It wasn't about people. It wasn't about situations. It wasn't even about circumstances. It was about your destiny. God allowed the pressure not to break you, but to reveal what no longer belonged in your spirit. That's why old fears resurfaced, not to torment you, but to be removed. That's why old wounds reopened, not to hurt you, but to be healed. That's why old insecurities crept back in, not to weaken you, but to show you what God was cleansing from your heart. My child, what you felt was not regression, it was extraction. God was pulling out the very things the enemy planted in you. He was clearing the clutter. He was purifying your spirit. He was strengthening your inner world. And now, that process is ending. The weight is lifting. The fog is clearing. The heaviness is breaking. The spiritual noise is quieting. You are stepping out of the battle and into peace, into clarity, into strength, into confidence, into purpose. You will notice something changing inside you. Your thoughts will feel lighter, your emotions more steady, your spirit more awake, your decisions more clear, your boundaries stronger, your discernment sharper. Because the battle that once drained you can no longer touch you the same way. You have changed. You don't fall for old tricks anymore. You don't respond to old triggers the same way. You don't believe old lies. You don't carry old guilt. You don't shrink the way you used to. You don't crumble the way you once did. The silent battle matured you. It grounded you. It strengthened you. It prepared you. It shaped you into someone the enemy fears even more than before. Now, my child, breathe. Because the war you fought in the dark is leading you into a victory that will be seen in the light. You survived nights you thought would break you. You stood through storms meant to destroy you. You held on when everything inside you wanted to let go. And because you held on, heaven is releasing peace over your life. A peace that doesn't make sense. A peace that doesn't match what you've been through. A peace that will guard your mind and calm your soul. The silent battle you fought is over. Your spirit is rising. Your strength is returning. Your clarity is awakening. Your confidence is growing. Your purpose is calling. Your breakthrough is near. You are no longer stepping into survival. You are stepping into victory. This is your turning point. This is your release. This is your peace. This is your freedom. My child, let me tell you something that will heal a very deep place inside you. You were never rejected. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. You were never unworthy. You were hidden. You thought the silence around you meant you were not chosen. You thought the distance meant you were unwanted. You thought the closed doors meant something was wrong with you. But listen, God did not hide you because you were weak. He hid you because you were valuable. He hid you because what He placed inside you was too precious, too rare, too powerful to be exposed before it was ready. My child, God did not let certain people see your value because they would have mishandled it. He didn't let certain relationships last because they would have damaged your spirit. He didn't let certain opportunities open because they would have pulled you away from your calling. You weren't being pushed aside. You were being protected. Hiddenness is not rejection. Hiddenness is divine preservation. Think about the most valuable things on earth. Diamonds are hidden in the deepest places. Gold is hidden beneath the ground. A seed is hidden in soil before it becomes a tree. A baby is hidden in the womb before it enters the world, and oil is hidden inside the olive until pressure reveals it. The hiding is not the end. It is the beginning. God hid you because something powerful was forming in you. He hid you because your spirit wasn't ready to carry the weight of your calling yet. He hid you to protect you from people who would have spoken death over your destiny. He hid you from environments that would have polluted your heart. He hid you from connections that would have slowed down your growth. You thought you were alone, but heaven surrounded you. You thought you were forgotten, but God was watching every moment. You thought you were unseen, but God was working on you in secret. And listen to this carefully. You were hidden because you are chosen. Chosen people cannot grow in the spotlight. Chosen people grow in the shadows. Chosen people bloom in quiet places. Chosen people rise in seasons of silence. That is why you always felt different. That is why you never fit in. That is why you couldn't stay in certain circles. That is why your spirit outgrew certain people. That is why you felt disconnected from things you used to enjoy. God was pulling you away, not to isolate you, but to transform you. You weren't losing people. You were losing distractions. You weren't losing opportunities. You were losing limitations. You weren't losing direction. You were being redirected. And hear me, God does not hide what He is not planning to reveal. Joseph was hidden in a pit before he entered the palace. Moses was hidden in a wilderness before he confronted Pharaoh. David was hidden in fields before he stood before Goliath. Esther was hidden in a palace before she saved her people. Even Jesus was hidden for 30 years before His purpose was revealed. The pattern is the same. The hidden season comes before the assignment. The isolation comes before elevation. The quiet season comes before the calling is announced. And you, my child, you walked the same path. You wondered why God kept you separated, why relationships faded, why opportunities slipped away, why plans failed, why certain doors never opened. It wasn't punishment, it wasn't rejection, it wasn't abandonment, it was preparation. God was strengthening the parts of you no one could see. He was healing wounds you never talked about. He was maturing your spirit. He was sharpening your discernment. He was breaking unhealthy patterns. He was establishing your identity. He was protecting your destiny. He hid you so that when He reveals you, you will be unshakable. You will not rely on validation. You will not chase approval. You will not tolerate disrespect. You will not attach yourself to the wrong people. You will not be shaken by the opinions of others. You will not bow to pressure. You will not move without God's voice. Hidden seasons create strong foundations. And now your hidden season is ending. God is pulling back the curtain. He is revealing the version of you that pain shaped, that storms strengthened, that silence matured, that pressure refined. A version of you that walks differently, thinks differently, speaks differently, chooses differently, lives differently. A version of you that knows your worth. A version of you that carries spiritual authority. A version of you that no longer apologizes for your calling. A version of you that no longer shrinks to make others comfortable. A version of you that cannot be manipulated, deceived, or discouraged easily. My child, God is revealing you not because you are perfect, but because you are ready. Ready to step into your assignment. Ready to walk in purpose. Ready to stand in places you once prayed for. Ready to receive blessings you once doubted were possible. Ready to speak with boldness. Ready to move with confidence. ready to embrace who you've become through every storm. You were hidden, not rejected. You were preserved, not forgotten. You were protected, not overlooked. And now heaven says, step forward, step out of the shadows, step out of fear, step out of doubt, step out of the old version of you, because the time has come for the world to see what God has been forming in the dark. My child, let this truth settle deep into your spirit. Your next chapter will not look anything like your last. Everything you walked through, every hardship, every heartbreak, every delay, every lonely night, every moment of confusion, every silent battle, all of it was preparing you for a chapter that will feel completely different from anything you've lived before. You are not going backward. You are not repeating old wounds. You are not returning to cycles that once trapped you. You are stepping into something new, something divine, something aligned, something heaven crafted just for you. You have no idea how much God has prepared behind the scenes. While you were questioning yourself, heaven was arranging your breakthrough. While you were crying in the dark, God was aligning your steps. While you felt stuck, angels were clearing your path. While you felt forgotten, God was writing a new chapter with your name on it. And this next chapter is bigger than what you lost, bigger than what you prayed for, bigger than what you imagined for yourself. My child, your next chapter is a chapter of alignment. Right people, right places, right timing, right opportunities, right connections, right doors opening at the right moment. Nothing forced, nothing chased, nothing manipulated, nothing draining, everything flowing, everything peaceful, everything guided. This chapter will feel different because you are different. The old you lived in survival. The new you will walk in purpose. The old you accepted less. The new you knows your worth. The old you feared rejection. The new you understands protection. The old you questioned everything. The new you discerns without hesitation. God rebuilt you so He could reveal you. And now that He has rebuilt you, He is ready to release you. Listen to me. You are stepping into the season you prayed for on nights you couldn't stop crying. The season you whispered about. The season you doubted would ever come. The season you asked God for with tears, not words. And heaven is saying, it is time. Time for healing. Time for restoration. Time for clarity. Time for divine appointments. Time for open doors. Time for blessings that make you stop and say, this could only be God. In this next chapter, you will walk with confidence you didn't have before. You will think differently. You will speak differently. You will move differently. You will choose differently. You will pray differently. You will fight differently. You will expect differently. Peace will come easier. Discernment will be sharper. Boundaries will be stronger. Faith will feel natural. And God's presence will feel closer than ever. You will look around and realize that the things that used to drain you no longer have access to you. The things that used to intimidate you no longer shake you. The things that used to confuse you no longer distract you. because God has strengthened your spirit in ways you don't even fully understand yet. You will not fear new beginnings. You will not fear change. You will not fear stepping into rooms you once felt unqualified for. God has qualified you. God has backed you. God has prepared you. God has anointed you for this next chapter. And hear this clearly. The season of delay is ending. What once took years will now take moments. What once felt impossible will now feel natural. What once required struggle will now flow with ease, because you are aligned with heaven's timing. This next chapter carries breakthrough. It carries elevation. It carries restoration. It carries purpose. It carries answers. It carries fulfillment. It carries joy. It carries peace. It carries doors that only God can open. And the best part, you won't have to chase anything. What is meant for you will come to you. Opportunities will approach you. People will seek you out. Blessings will find you. Alignment will meet you. Favor will follow you. Your responsibility is simple. Be ready. Be open. Be obedient. Be steady. Be aligned. And trust God even when you can't see what He's doing. And now, my child, let me speak directly into your spirit. You will rise. You will overcome. You will break generational patterns. You will walk in purpose. You will step into what has your name on it. You will not miss your moment. You will not go backward. You will not shrink. You will not apologize for your growth. You will not dim your light for anyone. You will walk boldly. You will move confidently. You will shine intentionally. You will speak with authority. You will stand in clarity. You will move with heaven's rhythm. Your next chapter is full of divine surprises, full of answered prayers, full of supernatural favor, full of open doors, full of blessings that were delayed but never denied. This is your time, your moment, your season. Lift your head, straighten your shoulders, prepare your spirit, because heaven is announcing over you right now. Your new chapter begins today.